is in the chat should you care to join in. Hearing the sound of the bell, all thinking is cut off. Wisdom grows, enlightenment appears, hell is left behind. Vowing to become Buddha and save all people, the mantra of shattering hell. Om Garajya Sabaha. Om Garajya Sabaha. Om Garajya Sabaha. Take refuge. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sammam Saranam Gacchami. I go for refuge in the Buddha. I go for refuge in the Dharma. I go for refuge in the Sangha. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. All right, so we will commence with our first 15-minute period of seated meditation. Though someone may injure you in some way, you must keep a settled, not moving mind. Do not give in to anger or resentment. When every single angry thought appears in your mind, countless obstacles are born. So let us chant the Gatha on opening the sutras. This Dharma, incomparably profound and minutely subtle, is rarely encountered, even in hundreds of thousands of millions of ages. Now we see it, hear it, hold and maintain it. May we completely realize the true mind of all Buddhas. All right, sit back, relax, have a beverage. Tonight we're getting the Dharma from clear on the other side of the world, where it is morning, and while here it is evening. So, Minwi, it is all yours.
Thank you, great teacher. So, Unsan asked me if I would be willing to give the Dharma talk today, and I had been working on a new modern day koan that is about the 6th or 7th in a series of modern day koans I've been working on. And I thought, great, this is an opportunity for me to share this teaching moment with you, my Sangha. So in the gateless gateway, no gateway style of woman, this is called The Case of the Moth and the Buddha's Light. That's the background here, Buddha's light. You'll see where it goes. A modern koan for our time. A new student entered the Zendo for the first time. Outside, the world was loud and cluttered, but inside, the air was thick with the scent of sandalwood and the weight of centuries. His mind, however, was not still. It was a storm of why and how. He found a cushion in the back, sitting where he hoped he wouldn't be noticed, and tried to settle into the silence. Around him, the Sangha began to chant. The moktak struck its steady wooden heartbeat. The chukpi clapped, 3 sharp cracks that signaled the start of meditation. Feeling like an alien in a strange land, the student found he could not focus on his breath. His eyes drifted upward. There, circling a simple electric bulb above the Buddha statue was a small moth. It was a frantic thing, beating its wings against the glass in a desperate attempt to reach a sun that didn't exist. Later, a robed monk stood to speak. He spoke of emptiness and suchness, words that sounded more like a foreign language than a spiritual path. But through the talk, and even during the serving of tea afterwards, the student didn't listen to the words. He watched the moth. He was fascinated by its devotion to its own destruction. He thought, the moth is the only thing in this room that makes sense to me. 1 week later, the student returned. He sat on the same cushion, bowed, and immediately looked up at the light. The moth was gone. The air around the bulb was still and empty. In that moment, the Zen master, who had been watching the student from the front of the room, leaned forward and asked, "Where did the moth go?" The student was silent. The master asked again, "And if it is gone now, was it ever truly there?" Minwi's verse. You know, Wu Min always has a verse after his koan story. Minwi's verse. The frantic wings beat against the glass, a shadow dancing on the Dharma's face. The monk speaks of the void, while the moth performs it. When the guest returns to the empty bulb, the light is brighter for the absence. Minwi's commentary. This is my Dharma thought. In our early practice, we often mistake our distractions for our identity. We watch our thoughts circle the same lights. Our worries, our plans, our koans of life, just as the student watched the moth. We think, as long as I am watching this moth, I am here. We define ourselves by the shadows we cast against the light. Huineng, the sixth patriarch, wrote that there is no place for dust to collect. But to the beginner, the dust is all they see. The moth is the dust. The student believes the moth is obscuring the light or casting a shadow, just as we believe our thoughts obscure our Buddha nature. But the light, or the mirror, in Huineng's case, has no stand. It isn't a thing that can be dirtied or that allows a shadow to be cast. Ask yourselves, what is the moth that you brought into our Zoom meeting today? Is it a grievance? Is it a goal? A memory? A regret? Or maybe just an accomplishment? Notice how you cling to it to avoid the weight of silence. The student found the talk on emptiness to be unintelligible because he was looking for a concept to grasp. He wanted a map of the light, but he was busy staring at the shadow of the moth. Dogen reminds us, to study the Buddha way is to study the self. To study the self is to forget the self. The student had not yet forgotten anything. He was busy adding. adding questions, adding interpretations. We often treat the Dharma like a library of knowledge that needs to be collected. But the Dharma is actually a process of subtraction. It is the removal of the moth, not the study of its wings. When the student returned the next week to find the moth had gone, he encountered the great absence. This is the pivot point of our practice. The great absence is not a nothingness. It is the moment when the anchor of our distractions is pulled up. The student felt a sense of loss because the moth, his anchor, was gone. But in that loss, the light became clearer. Dongshan, the ninth century Chan master that founded the Caodong school, later known as the Soto school, he said this: just this is it. Just this is it. The empty bulb is just this. The Heart Sutra tells us form is emptiness, emptiness is form. The bulb is empty of the moth, yet full of light. The moth's disappearance is not a tragedy. It's the Dharma revealing itself through impermanence. If the moth were permanent, the light would forever be shadowed. Because the moth is impermanent, the light is allowed to be what it really is. Finally, we must look to the questioner. The master asked, was it ever truly there? This is the turning word. The student is not an observer of the moth. The student is the moth. His intellect, his why and how, these are the frantic wing beats of a mind circling the light of the Buddha. The student is circling the koan of life, looking for an entrance through the no-gate gateway, not realizing that his very circling is the only thing creating the shadow between him and the light. When we take our 4 great bodhisattva vows, we vow to save all sentient beings. But how can we save the moth? We save the moth by realizing there is no moth to save. We save the student by realizing there is no alien in a strange land. In a few moments, when we sit together again, let us look at the lights in our own minds. We don't need to shoo the moths away. We don't need to name them. We only need to realize that the light was never obscured. The moth came, the moth went. The student came, the student will go. The light remains. Dongshan calls this just this. Dogen calls it Buddha nature. Thich Nhat Hanh calls it a miracle of mindfulness. We simply call it practice.
Thank you for your teaching. All I can say is that it's a good thing that the master was not Matsu, or when asked if the moth was still there, or where did the moth go, there would have been some of that with the nose, I believe. So, anyway, let us begin our next 15-minute sit. If you have no patience, the limitless compassionate functioning of the 6 paramitas cannot be attained. let's chant the Heart Sutra. Mahaprajna Paramita Hridaya Sutra Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva, when practicing deeply the Prajna Paramita, perceives that all five skandhas are empty and is safe from all suffering and distress. Shariputra, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. That which is form is emptiness. That which is emptiness, form. The same is true of feelings, perceptions, pulses, consciousness. Shariputra, all dharmas are marked with emptiness. They do not appear or disappear, are not painted or pure, do not increase or decrease. Therefore in emptiness, no form, no feelings, perceptions, impulses, consciousness, no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind, no color, no sound, no smell, no taste, no touch, no object of mind, no realm of eyes, and so forth, until no realm of mind consciousness, no ignorance, and also no extinction of it, and so forth, until no old age and death, and also no extinction of them, no suffering, no origination, no stopping, no path, no cognition, also no attainment, with nothing to attain. The Bodhisattva depends on Prajna Paramita, and the mind is no hindrance. Without any hindrance, no fears exist. Far apart from every perverted view, one dwells in nirvana. In the three worlds, all Buddhas depend on Prajna Paramita and attain Anuttara Samyak Sambodhi. Therefore know that Prajna Paramita is the great transcendent mantra, is the great bright mantra, is the utmost mantra, is the supreme mantra, which is able to relieve all suffering and is true, not false. So proclaim the Prajna Paramita mantra, proclaim the mantra which says Gate Gate Para Gate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha Gate Gate Para Gate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha Gate Gate Para Gate Parasamgate Bodhisvaha. All right, let us do our personal dedications of merit. I have a number of them tonight, so I will leave space for everyone to add in their own at the end. All sentient beings are one seamless body and pass quickly from birth to death. We remember those who cared for us and are gone, those who were ill, those who are at war, who are hungry and who are in pain. May they heal and have peace. We especially dedicate our service to Briar Windwalker, Barry, Juanita, Brian Unger, Nathan Howell, Mike Gingy Wood, Blake Huntley, Amy Rowan. Would anyone else like to add anyone in?
Mylan fam.
Any others?
Joanne and Bailey Sheridan, as well as all of those that suffer from cancer.
Any others?
Yes, a special dedication of merit to my comrade Hibachi Lamar, who just got out of prison and is doing work in the IWW, and a special dedication of merit to political prisoner soon to be released Marius Mason. Right on. Thank you.
All beings in the 10 directions, subject to the greed, hatred, and delusions of themselves and others. All Buddhas throughout space and time, all honored ones, Bodhisattva, Mahasattvas, wisdom beyond wisdom, Mahaprajna Paramita. Let's do Venerable Wanji's loving kindness meditation. May I be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to me. May no difficulties come to me. May I have a calm and peaceful mind. May I have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May my parents be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May my teachers be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May family members and relatives be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May friends and acquaintances be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May unfriendly people and my enemies be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May unknown persons be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. May all beings, with form and without form, visible, invisible, born or coming to birth, large and small, from the highest realm of existence to the lowest, be well, happy, and peaceful. May no harm come to them. May no difficulties come to them. May they have a calm and peaceful mind. May they have patience, insight, courage, and compassion in meeting the challenges of life. And let us recite our faith and practice vow. I will never retreat and will be firm in my mind in this correct Dharma. I will escape from the samsaric cycle of birth and death and definitely will see my original face. I will be sure to inherit the life of insight of the Buddha and save all sentient beings. Spiritual source shines clearly in the light. Branching streams flow on in the dark. Infinite realms of light and dark convey the Buddha mind. Birds and trees and stars and we ourselves come forth in perfect harmony. We practice and recite this for all beings in grateful thanks to our many guides along the way. Let's recite the 4 great Bodhisattva vows. Sentient beings are numberless. We vow to help them all. Delusions are countless. We vow to see through them all. Opportunities to awaken are infinite. We vow to embrace them all. The Buddha way is endless. We vow to embody it. And from the Zen teachings of Mangang. It is extremely difficult to get a human body, so don't waste the opportunity to practice hard. Once you miss this chance, it will be very difficult to get another. If you don't attain strength in your practice, only your karma will remain when you die. Time is of the utmost importance for a Zen practitioner. Don't waste even one moment. If you have one mind, even at that time, you can get enlightenment.